Kalobo burst into the smoke-stung village shrine as farmers, Ashigaru deserters, and starving samurai crowded around a bloodied tax scroll. And when the old headman named Lord Masanori, the daimyo, who had seized their rice stipends and hanged children for hiding millet, Kalobo slammed his fist upon the altar and swore to raise a rebellion. Though the Tokugawa shogunate had unified Japan in 1603 and demanded obedience from every domain, the people around him tightened their straw sandals, tied patched kimono sleeves, and passed him a katana whose folded steel flashed like trapped lightning in the lantern glow. With temple bells clanging through the cedar dark and the smell of miso, sweat, and wet earth behind him, Kalobo led the desperate band onto the mountain road to gather villages, break the warlord's granaries, and turn fear into an army. Kalobo sprang onto the rain-slick palisade with farmers, Ashigaru deserters, and hungry samurai at his heels, raising a nicked katana as Lord Arakawa's armored riders thundered from the gate to crush the desperate rebellion against the warlord's stolen rice taxes. Smoke stung his eyes and wet straw sandals slapped the mud as village women hurled baskets of stones beside men who had eaten only cold millet cakes. Yet Kalobo shouted that since the Tokugawa shogunate unified Japan in 1603, no daimyo had the right to grind his people into dust. When Arakawa himself charged with a spear leveled at his chest, Kalobo caught the shaft, felt the wood splinter into his palms, and drove forward with the rebels roaring around him like a breaking storm. Kalobo surged through the smoke-blackened castle gate with farmers, ronin, and Ashigaru at his back, their straw sandals slapping mud and spilled rice as they raised sickles and yari spears against the oppressive daimyo, who had starved their villages for higher taxes. Beneath banners snapping in the winter wind, he locked blades with the warlord's champion, his katana, folded steel like those forged for weeks in 1,000 hammering layers, screaming sparks until Kalobo drove him to his knees and shouted that loyalty under Bushido did not belong to a tyrant. As the keep bells thundered and the rebels seized the granaries, Kalobo forced the daimyo to yield before the people, ending the cruel domain rule that had festered under the Tokugawa shogunate unified in 1603.